So the fact that I had such a deep respect for her because she'd taken the time to build that relationship.
I want to go back in terms of what was the initial conversation when you were having with your first teacher as a young boy, and that's the first ignition inside you to see the teacher and then you be the teacher. So that transition of coaching / mentorship / I want to help the young people. How did that first ignition in your heart and mind happen?
And again, it's a wonderful lesson for me, and of course I didn't realise that at the time, but I look back now and she no doubt took the time to get to know me, to get to know my story obviously, but also took the time and no doubt gently guided me towards things that I wasn't necessarily naturally attracted to. And because of that strong relationship where, I felt no doubt that she believed in me, that she liked me, that I would have done anything for her. So, the fact that I would have got way out of my comfort zone and joined choirs and been in school plays, 12 months before, that just wouldn't have happened. So the fact that I had such a deep respect for her because she'd taken the time to build that relationship, that's what, I guess, allowed me to feel comfortable stepping out of what was my comfort zone. So again, a wonderful lesson for life, but also for teachers, that unless you get to know the students in your care and they respect you, they don't necessarily have to like you, but unless they respect you, then that's not the difference between being a gifted and amazing teacher and an average teacher. So there's no doubt that she took the time to get to know her students. And it's not just me, so many people of that era, but even her career, she's a much loved teacher, and I've heard it so many times. And interesting, I'd been trying to get in contact with her just, when I was late 20s, early 30s and even in my 30s, to really thank her, because I'd never seen her once I'd left Kalgoorlie. And when I started at Wesley, I told this story to one of our community relations ladies, and it stuck with her, and she started asking questions, and they actually found her. And on my commissioning, which is the commissioning for my role as head of Wesley College, they actually found her and invited her to the commissioning. And my speech at the commissioning, I actually spoke about the legacy of teachers, but also the legacy that she'd left with me. So it was a wonderful moment where I could thank her publicly for what she'd done, but also, I guess, to send a message to all of Wesley about the value of educators and about the value of relationships and about believing in people and going the extra mile to try and get the best out of someone. So, so she's actually said subsequently that she never knew the impact she'd had on me. No, she'd followed me for a few years, but then had lost contact.
But probably she was doing the normal thing, what she normally did.
Yeah, she just kept
That was normal for her. That was normal for her to behave that way. That was nothing out of difference.
That was in her DNA.
Natural behavior.
Yeah.
That's why she never thought that was different. She was treating you differently.
Yeah.